Good morning, everyone. I'm starting it a little bit bedraggled. Was I a bit bedraggled yesterday? I probably was, but progress. We have progress in my dressing room. Oh my goodness, goodbye floor, goodbye skirting. Everything has gone. Ali has just left. He's going to pick up someone that's helping him shoot some content, but I'm sticking to the adhesive. So this is how it's looking. The new floor is going to go down tomorrow, but this is sort of like prep day basically, and then I'm going to obviously have to have new skirtings put on and things like that. This is the new floor that's going to go down, and I think it's going to look so wonderful. Like when you hold it against the colour of the wall, it's very difficult to show colours, isn't it? I did it there. That kind of vibe. So just a bit softer, less contrast and a bit more warmth, which I think is going to be really, really lovely. So the next bit of skirting, oh, little wobbly plank. The next bit of skirting to come off is around the island, obviously. So yeah, in an ideal world, I probably would have got myself a new island and got rid of this one. But there comes a point where you're just kind of, yeah, so I'm not going to get myself a new island. This one's lovely. It's super big, but also it's too close this way. I would have liked to have kind of pushed it back a bit, but I think that's going to be a bit difficult. I might ask the guy when he comes back in actually whether we can just shunt it backwards just a little bit. Although then you've got to move the light. Oh gosh. But it is, I'd love a little bit more space between there and my mirror, because I've got so much space back here. We could probably bring it back to about here and still have lots of room. So yeah, oh well. It's just one of those things, isn't it? Before you know it, you're redesigning the whole room and it's just not worth it. So yes, the floor will be going down tomorrow. Very, very sticky in here. And I'm borrowing Mr. Millen Gordon's dressing room for the day. This is my outfit of the day. Obviously, I'm pretty much wearing the same outfit that I wore yesterday because I can't now get in my dressing room and I have places to go. So today, well, I'm going to jump in the car, let you know where I'm off to. It's going to be a bit of a weird vlog today, so I apologise in advance that it's not going to be my best work, but I'm going to grab my stuff, get in the car and bring it up to speed. Right, I'm in the car. I'm out of all of the carnage in the house because the lovely guy from NFJ is helping take up our floor. Well, he's actually starting to, like, he's almost ready to put it back down, but I tried to pass my skin off as hormonal. But today is one of those things that generally I try to keep off of social media, but it's just the nature of vlogging at this time of year, and I didn't think that his operation would be during Vlogmas. I thought it would be in November. But on Monday, my dad had a triple bypass, and I'm going to go and see him in hospital today. So it's my turn to go and sit with him, and tomorrow's my brother, and my stepmom's been there the whole time. And yeah, I don't really like hospitals, much like I don't like vets. They're not my favourite places to go and hang out, but if my dad's there, then that's where I shall go. So it's all the way in Oxford, and I'm just basically going to go and spend some time with him, keep him company. I think he was a little bit kind of grumpy and groggy when he first came round, but now he's a little bit more upbeat. So basically my job is to go over and entertain him with stories about God knows what yet, probably what we're up to and what's going on at the house. I was going to quickly take you round the side of the house to show you what's been going on, but I've got to get going. I don't want to be late, and I'm basically going to park my car. Luckily, my family has some apartments, and I'm going to be able to park there and then walk to the hospital. I've actually bought some bits to say thank you to the nurses that have looked after him, so hopefully they'll like them. And I'm going to try and not be an absolute wet blanket for the day. I almost cried then, held back. Don't know why I'm crying, because he's absolutely fine. Like there's no drama with it or anything like that. He's absolutely fine. It's just one of those things, isn't it, about like he's just at that, he's not at that age. Like my dad's still such a young guy. Like it's just, he's not at that age, but it's just unfortunate really. He probably partied too much when he was younger. So yeah, I've been a bit stressed with it, because obviously it's like there's also other things that have been going on, and I don't like to be ambiguous online. And it's also really important that like there is an element of my life that that I keep back for the sake of the other people that I care about. I think that's the nature of it's finding a happy balance and being able to just continue doing what I love whilst also doing the best not to implicate others. And it's not easy. I swear it's like an art form. I don't get it right every time, but also trying to keep a private life to some extent. Like, I don't want people to know where I am when I say I'm somewhere. Like, when I say I'm somewhere, I'm not there. Basically, I'm not there. And it's hard. It's hard, especially when, you know, your family, they're not in this capacity, they're not online, and it's hard when I've committed to you guys that I'm going to do this, and this is just the way the cookie has crumbled. But I thought it's best that I'm honest with you and tell you what is happening today. So if I'm not a good vlogger today, it's because I've been sat by my dad's bedside keeping him company, and that is the most important thing. Hopefully I can come home. I've got a few boxes that I can unbox with you and show you what they are, etc, etc. But also I've noticed I'm saying etc, etc a lot. My mind is a little bit preoccupied. I'm so sorry. I think I've done really well. I honestly think I've done really well, because this is not the only thing that's happened. Okay, this is not the only thing that's happened. And sometimes when your mind is preoccupied, you're not conscious of the things that you're saying, and even more so when you're not in a conversational setting. So when I'm sat here just talking to you like this, I've got nobody else to bounce off of, and your mind naturally kind of wanders to other things that maybe are occupying them. And I just end up saying things, and I watch my videos back and I'm just like, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, that's so annoying. Nobody wants to be annoying and repetitive. Nobody wants to touch their hair all the time. In fact, I feel like my hairband has stopped me touching my hair. Has anybody noticed? Where is my badge? Okay. No, but now people are annoyed that I'm wearing the hairband all the time. I'm like, I can't win. But it mainly comes from a position that my brain is just a bit preoccupied, and I'm just not conscious of everything that I'm saying when I'm saying it. And so naturally things come out and I'm like, why did I say that so many times? But anyway, I'm going to put on a podcast. I actually need to run in and have a headache tablet. When there's stressful situations, I need a headache tablet. So before I leave, headache tablet, and then I'm going to head there. And hopefully I will be able to update you and just let you know how he's doing. But I'm so excited to see him. Yeah. Anyway, you're probably not going to be able to see me, but I think that's probably a good thing. Oh, I'm so annoyed that I'm upset. Sorry. So I think that maybe I was a little bit unprepared for how big the surgery was. I'm sorry that this is going to be such a Debbie Downer of a vlog. I really am. Bless him. He's literally like the nicest person. So I've been there for about 5 hours, and he's just he's having some hallucinations, because obviously he's on like medication. But I just think that this just sums my dad up so much, that he was more worried going into the surgery about him being all funny when he's on medication and saying something wrong and upsetting someone. Like, literally, that just sums up my dad in a nutshell. But I think the worst thing is like, I'm sorry, I don't even have any tissues, I don't think. Where are my blooming tissues? Oh, I just dropped my phone. So I was told, because my family owns some flats close by to the hospital, I was told I could park somewhere. And so I've gone and I've parked. And I was hoping to go and see my grandma afterwards. Oh God, this is so embarrassing. I don't even know what, you know when you feel like you just need to talk to someone? Because it's just been one of those days. And then I've got back to my car, bearing in mind it's dark and I'm on my own. And I've realised that someone's blocked my car in. And I can't get out. So I've been sat there for about half an hour, which means I can't go and see my grandma now. And then I'm trying to find whose car it is. And I've knocked on the door. And I've obviously said, I'm so sorry, but my family own these flats. And they've said that I can park here because my dad's in hospital. And the guy was so rude. And just so it's just so unnecessary. And it's like, I'm by myself. People just don't think. And I'm like trying my hardest not to cry. Because I like try not to cry in front of my dad. sorry about that. There was someone watching me, and I think that they thought that I was weird that I'm sat here in my car crying and there was a camera, and that was very weird. I've calmed myself down now. I think I was walking back from the hotel, and I was just the hospital, and I was just thinking to myself, just get to the car, Lydia, just get to the car, and then you can cry. Like, then you can cry, because I obviously didn't want to cry in front of my dad, even though I completely did cry in front of my dad. I think I was very shocked when I first walked in, and I made the stupid mistake of looking at his chest and seeing like how, you know, wounded he was. Even that makes me want to cry again. And so I had a few little tears, and then I've stayed with him for all the hours. We watched football together, and he was so funny. He has this special cushion that he has to push on his chest if he has to cough or laugh or anything, and he called it his little teddy. And then obviously I'm just thinking, just get to your car, Lydia, just get to your car, and then you can cry and you can just let it all out, and you don't have to hold it up, and you can just be sad. Because I was thinking on the way back, I was like, why am I so sad about this? And the reality is that I've been so lucky in that I'm pretty sure the only time that I've ever had to go to the hospital was when my grandpa wasn't well, when I was like 18, and he'd had a stroke and he never recovered from it. But really everything else has been, like, my family's always been well, and there's not really ever been any illnesses or hospital stints that I can really even ever think of. And so I think I am in shock still. I'm probably going to cry the entire way home. But then to just, like, you know, when you're like, oh my God, like, I just need to get to my car to cry. And then I'm faced with the fact that I can't get my car out, and I'm on my own, and it's pitch black, and I can't see anything, and I'm trying to position the car, and I'm trying to move out, and I'm thinking, there's so many houses. Who's going to have done this? And then I've seen that one of the flats where I've thought I'm allowed to park, the light's on. And so I've gone to the door of where the light is on, and I've knocked, and it's just this just incredibly rude person that just didn't need to be that rude. I was literally just like, my dad owns these flats. I was told I can park here. Is it okay if you move your car so I can get out? And he's gone, well, he doesn't own these flats. And I'm like, okay, I can't, I have nothing to tell you. I've just been visiting him in hospital, so I can't ask him that. But is it okay if I get out so I can leave? And you know, when it's just like, it's just an unnecessary situation, like, nobody needs to be that way to each other. And this is when I realised that it's like, nobody ever thinks further than their nose. And I'm probably guilty of this too, and this is going to be a lesson and a reminder that, like, you just never know what's happening. And so it's always just better to be kind. Like, honestly, this guy could have parked anywhere. The whole street is full parking. There were 2 parking spaces empty. Like, I could have parked in them. I just thought that I was allowed to park in this one, so I just swung in. I'm rushing to get to my dad, and I could have parked anywhere, but I knew that I was allowed to park here so as not to inconvenience anyone. I'm parking where I've been told I'm allowed to park. Anyway, it's just one of those situations where you really just want to say to someone, like, oh, just everybody's and maybe you know what, maybe he's had a rough day, and maybe he's had a really terrible time too, but I think the difference in the situation was that I remained polite whilst trying not to cry. And I don't even know if I'm going to be able to put this vlog out. I've been such a wet blanket in it. Anyway, I'm going to drive home. I'm going to cheer myself up. I know that Ali's probably going to make me some food or something like that, and I'm upset because I haven't been able to go and see my grandma, but I'm going to be picking my dad up when he's discharged, so I can hopefully go in and see her when he's discharged. So anyway, I'm going to get myself home. I'm going to call Ali on the way home and just calm myself down a little bit more. And I'm so sorry, this is not the uplifting Vlogmas content that I want to be doing, but I've committed to vlogging as much as I've committed to vlogging, and I'm vlogging today, and so it is what it is. And I'm trying to put on a brave face. What a flipping idiot. I have just returned home to carnage in the office with this lot. Look at Barky Boo. I just came to put you out for your bedtime wee. Your sister is here, giving herself a pedicure. Porty's outside having his wee.
They'll navigate to the top spot in the house.
I know, you're all hanging out in the office. Come on.
Where the real business happens.
Nighttime wee wee. Keep your body around it. Oh my goodness me. And no sooner had I put Barkley out, but this little chick ran all the way through the house into Daddy's office and plonked himself on this chair in the corner.
The boss's chair.
The boss's chair. Hey, it's very late. Look at that time. We got to go to bed. It is very late. Look at that time. It's past your bedtime. Come on, let's get you into bed. Well, I've come upstairs to show you that they have started laying the new floor. Obviously, contrasting with this very red and sticky floor, it is not quite right. Oh my gosh, I'm literally stuck to the floor. I was actually going to come and show you my oh, I'm stuck to the floor. My pyjamas for the evening. These are a beautiful, almost like mink coloured silk, and I've matched it with my Jimmy Choo slippers that have a little bit of glitz and pearl on it, and I'm feeling much better. I've done my skincare. I've got my Skin and Me on to hopefully help with healing my skin after this bizarre period, and I'm about to go to bed. It is very, very late. I didn't eat until like 10 o'clock. I'm exhausted, but tomorrow's a new day. I do have some bits to show you that arrived, and I thought, I know that this has been the world's worst vlog that I've ever done, but I am going to open them with you because A, I'm going to get out of here because I'm stuck to the floor, and B, I thought it might, well, it'll definitely cheer me up a little bit, so let's go downstairs because I can't actually walk. But tomorrow, this should all be laid with the new skirting kind of either gently pressed against it, or it will be fitted as well. So it's a very exciting day. There was a reason why I went up to my dressing room. I've just finished my Elizabeth Arden 8-hour mist and my Elemis superfood mist as well. So I needed to grab myself a new one. So I've got the Dragon's Blood hyaluronic drink from Rodial, and I'm going to keep this by my bed to keep my skin hydrated. I always like to spritz something on my face after I do my Skin and Me, so I keep these in my bedside drawer, basically. Also, have I even shown you my fingernails yet? I went for the sparkliest nails you've ever seen. I can't remember if I actually vlogged yesterday. I don't think I did. Alex got this from a very, very like niche nail brand, and it's just, it looks different in every light. Sometimes it will look like quite almost like platinum-y, then it will look like pave diamonds, and then it will look like Christmas festive sparkle. I've got it on my toes as well. I just went all out. I went all out, guys, because it's Christmas and I'm feeling the sparkle, but hopefully you can allow me to look like death warmed up. I have a little parcel to get in with you, and also our Christmas table linens have arrived that we're going to have over the festive period. I placed an order with The Set, which is one of my favourite linen brands, them and Bertioli, oh, the best. And this time I actually only went for napkins because I realised that, especially with the table in here, it's slightly different for the table outside, but in the kitchen table, I generally just tend to keep it as wooden and use lovely napkins, and so I thought this beautiful, like, rich red would be lovely for Christmas Day, but also just, it's just a beautiful, beautiful rich red linen. So I think we're probably going to use those. If you can see me, hello, it's probably better that it doesn't see me, to be honest. So they come in sets of 4. I'll link these in the description box down below. But I've got those red ones, so I've got 2 sets just for if we ever have like loads of people. And then I could not resist this autumnal napkin set, because I realised I've got lots of really good spring and summer ones, but not so many autumny, wintry ones. And I thought that this was the perfect colours for in this kitchen, because we've got lots of these woody, warmer tones, but then those more pared back green tones. And look at that, it's got acorns, it's got conkers, it's got, I think, are they cob nuts? Who knows? Oak leaves, it's beautiful. I absolutely loved these. So I'll definitely be putting those to use over the autumns to come. Seasonal linens for me just give me so much joy. So those all arrived from the set. And then I received a very exciting and unexpected, oh my gosh, the smell is unreal. This is from Krigler. So if you watched our vlog where we went to Hamburg, I sampled a load of their fragrances and fell in love with one, and I didn't actually have the opportunity to go back downstairs. By the time we were leaving, they'd closed the counter, and I wanted to go back and get Elegante Schwan, and I couldn't. And you can't buy it, I don't believe you can buy it online, and I'm not certain you can sort of just pick it up anywhere. And yeah, so they kindly sent me this, and there was a few different, there was a few funny comments on my videos that said that this perfume costs something like £37,000. It doesn't. I don't know whether you googled it and you were finding like a limited edition one. Whilst it is an expensive fragrance brand, Looney, out of there please, it is not that expensive. Oh wow, oh my goodness. Dear Lydia, we'd like to thank you for stopping by our Krieger Hamburg location. We are delighted that you fell in love with Elegante Schwan No. 6. Please enjoy this bottle and candle. Oh wow, happy holidays. Wow, oh my goodness. Oh, I don't want to open them now because I don't want to ruin them. I kind of want to save them for Christmas for me, but oh, they've sprayed the bag. I can just smell it filling the air. It's absolutely delicious. You'll know that I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to fragrances, and I love experiencing niche fragrance brands. And it was really funny, the moment we walked in, we were sort of like, oh, wow, look at this brand. I'd never heard of it before. And so I made sure that I made a point to come downstairs and sample all of the fragrances that they had. And they have some really, really interesting fragrances and very, very unique ones. I believe Jackie Kennedy wore one of their fragrances, and then also Audrey Hepburn was was known for wearing their fragrances. I need to do a little bit of googling on it, but I'm not going to open these with you now because I want to get a picture of them in the morning. And yeah, oh screw it, I'm just going to open it now. But yes, as I was saying, it's not as expensive as you googled, but it is an expensive perfume, and it's really, I guess, if you want something particularly individual, then maybe this is the brand for you. Oh, the juice is pinker in real life. Oh my goodness. It smells absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. And this is the larger bottle of the fragrance. They do two sizes, so you can get a smaller one if you want to try it, but I would suggest finding out if there's anywhere near you that you can try it and going and sampling the brand, because it's really fun. I just love doing that anyway with lots of brands. I love going and getting immersed in like the fragrances and the history, because a lot of these brands have so much history behind them that it's really quite exciting to hear all about their stories and their legacies, and it's just wonderful. I get really kind of swept up in it all. So very, very grateful for that. I'm going to wear that tomorrow. Gosh.